Welcome to another day here on the pixelborn Lorcana client. Today we are playing the Beast. Which Beast? Yes. Whenever an opposing character is damaged, you may ready this character. This Beast. This is the one. So we are running Chief Bogo and a ton of Floodborns, and hopefully, just by building our board up, we can get tons of value out of Beasts. That's kind of the goal. Additionally, I'm also running Bucky because also cares about Floodborn the same way Chief Bogo does. We're not a discard deck. This is just incidental value. And on top of that, if our opponent can see that we're running Emerald Steel, they're going to assume we're discard. And if I can get a turn 2 Bucky down, they're really going to think we're discard, which is going to change the way that they play against us. So either they'll play more conservatively and not flood out the board, or they'll go the opposite direction with it and they'll play their cards as fast as possible, which is hopefully a trap, because then Chief Bogo comes down and all the Floodborns on their board just gets totally annihilated. So, let's jump in and see if we can't win a few. Ooh, Sapphire Ruby. Okay. Oh yeah, going first. Okay. Little expensive. Keep the heart of the deck and cross my fingers. Ah, I got a shift. Okay. This Flynn is obnoxious. That'll be the card I discard to the Cinderella. I only have one card to ink, and that is the Strength of a Raging Fire. Turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, turn 5. Both of these trigger. Alright, deck. It's very important that you don't screw me with the uninkables. There's only 12 in the deck. 3 of them are in my hand. I literally have a quarter of all the uninkables in my hand right now. Don't let me draw any more for a few turns. For like 5 turns. The cool Mickey Mouse. Alright, definitely don't need double Bucky. And I am definitely going to play the Cinderella here to try to smooth out the inkable, uninkable situation. Flynn is gone. Fast turn. Alright, we'll see how committed to the board my opponent is. We'll find out how good this Chief Bogo really is in this matchup. Gaston. Nope, just reckless. No rush. Can't attack anyway. Nothing to attack. Alright, opponent, you gotta push the pass the turn button in order... There you go. You found it. I knew you could do it. Now I want to keep it all. It's fine. I got plans for this particular curve right here, so we'll just keep going. Odds are we're still inking the Beast. Opponent's definitely playing board wipe, which sucks because by the time our board gets settled, that's when the board wipe hits. Just need you to play some cards, and then we can continue the game. I get it though. I also find that the early game is probably the most tricky to like plot out because there's so many options. And there's so much guesswork. Oh, I got Big Cinderella and Big Tink. Which one do I ink? What if I draw the little one for one of them? Like, so much guesswork. During your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, you may ready this character. Oh, so it's like a scar. Funny enough, speaking of Tink. Chief Bogo and pass. I can't play Floodborn characters fast enough to get the discard or the board wipe out of their hand. I know they got one. They absolutely have to have one. Unless they're playing some janky list where these are cards that I own. I've done that before. And if you just don't own the Be Prepared, then they wouldn't put it in the deck. That's the only reason they wouldn't include the Be Prepared. So many. I think I'm inking the beast here. Make my opponent discard before they realize that they're about to take 1 damage to everything. Maybe they don't see it. There's the discard. There's the damage. What did we hit? A big scar. Of course we did. Let's sing it and just finish off the board. I imagine my opponent's going to have some rush, but let's not play around that. Let's just get in this game. Oh no, I got 4 minutes left before I have to take my son to school. This game needs to end in 4 minutes. It's definitely not gonna be in a 4-minute game when my opponent keeps taking us to the timer though. Don't get me wrong, I do hate the timer. I hate it for me, I hate it for my opponent. I don't like seeing plays where, you know, your opponent's got a bunch of cards in hand, and they're not sure what order they want to play it in, and then the timer hits them and they just, you know, they don't get to play anything. I'd rather see what my opponent's gonna do. I get it though, we do want a timer for the people who just rage quit and just walk away from their computer. It's definitely not the position you want to be left in. Alright, we are gonna play Jafar for the discard. Alright opponent, it's not that hard. We only have a couple of options. Taking me to the timer. What did I snag? A Gaston! I'm going to ink the Benja here. We could get a whole new world. We could get a Tinkerbell. At this point, I don't think we need these abilities anymore, so I'm definitely questing. I got 2 minutes left. Can I get this game in 2 minutes? And you know I'm showing this video first. That's funny too. Like, oh no! I know you've drawn the perfect card. You've been missing ink. Which is good for us, because I really don't like playing against Be Prepared. I like playing with Be Prepared, but I hate playing against it. I wish there was a way to, like, get a win that didn't rely on the fact that you have to have characters. Like, the only way to win this game is purely through the characters. Because I would play just the grossest control deck. I would get my win condition outside of characters and just keep the board dead at all times. I would just nuke everything. A deck of pure removal and nothing else except for the win condition. What do you guys think? Are they going to introduce win conditions to this game? Like anti-mill, right? Whereas instead of losing the game when you draw your, you know, when you withdraw and there's no cards in your deck, you win instead. Like, that's a win condition. Alright, opponent keeps taking me to the timer. I'll keep paying for it. I'll just keep Hey, weird! With 14 seconds to spare! I'm giving away the new Rise of the Floodborn booster box this month, January. I'll be giving them away February 4th-ish during a live stream. All you have to do is make sure that you are subscribed, a member of the Discord channel, and most importantly, share each and every video that you come across. Those 3 things is all you need. That'll get you in for the raffle. We'll be doing the live stream again in February, early February. Don't miss your chance to win a free booster box. Okay, not a color combination I see very often. Going first. Well, I got the Flynn. I also have Bogo to have a little bit of a payoff there. Lots of damage into the beast. Just looking for something inkable, and of course it's something I desperately want to keep. Alright. Popsicle. It's a classic way to start a game. I don't have very many options, do I? I think my best bet's to get Tinkerbell down and start using her ability to discard some of this stuff, funny enough. As much as I want to keep it. I don't know how, man. I don't have that many uninkables in the deck. And all morning I've struggled with having uninkables in the hand. I swear, the only way for me to not be screwed by the uninkables is to not play them. There literally has to be 0 in the deck. Gotta ink the beast. I just don't have any options. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna play Tink. My opponent's gonna ramp either way, so let's not miss out on my lore. Oh, good. So Fishbone, you're not supposed to know what it is. So I was just checking to see if this would reveal it or not. Develop your brain. Opponent is going hard. Dumping their hand quick. Hopefully they got a way to draw cards back. I mean, they're in the 2 best card draw colors. Surely they'll have something. This is a long wait, though. Hopefully they already had it in their hand. And they weren't hoping to get it right there. Alright, opponent, go ahead. Ramp. Okay. Or not. Choose to do nothing. That is fine. I'll wait for the timer to defeat you. And the quest. They're opting for Tinkerbell's going to take it out anyway. Good choice. I'm going to go for Chief Bogo. Make you feel silly for not ramping. That's right, all my Floodborn characters are now kind of a Tinkerbell, which is, I imagine, fairly annoying. God, I love Chief Bogo. That's part of what makes Tinkerbell so great, is that like 1 damage across the board is just the thing you need. Obviously, Tinkerbell is really strong too, like an excellent follow-up, so it's hard to beat Tink itself. But Bogo, given that to so many characters, that 1 damage, that's fantastic. I love Chief Bogo. I just wish it was more competitive. We're gonna go for some cards here. Don't forget to ink. There goes the first one, so this shouldn't show me anything. Just double checking in case they had a double Yzma. Okay, yes, it doesn't show me anything. Now they should have a normal ink. Now they're gonna spend their ink first, but they should be able to ink another time. Interesting. Well, not a song. If I ink the Tink, which I really don't want to do, could play the Flynn and then take down the Flaversham. Otherwise, it costs everything I have to play Tinkerbell. I mean, if the opponent's going to draw a bunch of cards, maybe I just go into a whole new world, stay off the Flynn plan. Seems like 9 times out of 10, this Flynn will never get off the ground. The deck really needs to be built around it. Alright, so don't forget to ink. Don't forget to tink. Two damage. A whole new world. Naturally, Flynn, welcome back. I didn't think for a moment we would lose you. Well, the problem with the Benja is our opponent will likely have their items destroyed before Hiram does a thing with it. We'll see if they want to quest with Hiram to draw the cards. The upside is my opponent's not playing board wipe, so we can kind of go wide here. The meta's in this weird spot. If you're not running Steel or Ruby, you're not running a board wipe. If you're not running a board wipe, you better be prepared for a deck to go wide on you. In fact, that's what I should do. I just should play out as many characters as possible because they just cannot deal with it. Now, I could play a second Chief Bogo, shift out the Flynn. That's 2 damage to everything. That's a swords right there while getting 2 characters into play. And honestly, I don't care if my opponent's going to draw up their whole deck. That's fine. They cannot find an answer to me going wide. Bounce the Hiram. Oh boy, lots of options. Just playing a Tinkerbell is not good enough. Doesn't go wide. Let's see though. Chief Bogo into Flynn. It's only 2 damage, so it's not wiping anything out. And they got a pseudo heal ability with the bouncing. Is there a way to get a 3rd point of damage? I'm gonna make it so Flynn can't quest anymore. I really don't need to do the damage at this point, do I? Not really. Get Benja down. And then it's Cinderella. Alright, let's do it. Let's get Benja down. Let's destroy this popsicle. Or this popsicle, this fishbone. Don't need another one. Do I take a thing down? I don't think so. That's the whole point of going wide here. They can't hardly deal with it, and I can just start questing like a madman. Now they could double attack the Tink to take it down. Or Madam M could take down the Flynn, then there could be a shift Fox. Then Fox takes out Bogo. Then they still have 3 ink. 4 if they ink. Or 5, right? Yeah. The Fox costs 3, not 4. I'm feeling very confident about our position. Like, my opponent can have their entire deck in their hand. And I still believe there's not really much of anything they can do. That's why every deck you see me playing lately is definitely going to have Steel in it, or it's going to have Ruby in it. Oh, they're opting for taking down Tinkerbell. Right? Unless you got another way to do... Where are you going to get this damage from, my friend? Timer's getting more and more brutal. There's the Fox. Surely that takes down the Tinkerbell. Go away, Timer. I know it's my opponent's turn, but I still want you to stop. That Timer's some BS, man. I want to play my opponent to their fullest. Let's ink. And we quest first, because otherwise I won't get any points out of them. But then I play this just because it takes down the Madam M. Quest, quest, quest. Minus 10. Minus 11. Wow. That's funny. So my opponent's got 11 cards in the end. You know it's a feel bad when you're like, I have 11 cards in my hand. There's nothing I can do. Ruby Amethyst, huh? Okay, so far hating everything. Much too expensive. I'm feeling this Flynn's not going to get any work done either. Chief Bogo, though. Alright, let's get the Flynn down. Not a terrible setup here. It's gonna take a few turns, but if I can get both the Bogos down, all of a sudden a Flynn Rider coming down is huge. And then the Bogos, of course, with the Beasts. I don't really need this many Beasts. Oh my goodness. Come on, deck, don't do this to me. You know, there's not that many uninkables in the deck. I have 12. Why is my hand more than... Why is my hand 2/3 uninkable? Expect my opponent to sing with Maleficent here. There it goes. Chief Bogo. It's too bad this beast isn't Floodborn. That'd be pretty sweet. And then untap it with shield. Oh, they didn't untap it. Interesting. I only have one Floodborn. But I could play both, but then I have to ink the beast. I really want to play the beast, but I think he's just too expensive. So let's see. Opponent's drawn a ton of cards. I could board wipe them. Could just ink, play swords, attack Elsa down, and then they don't have a board anymore. And then we're probably looking at a Maui. If I play Bucky and go Flynn, I have 5 cards, so he still doesn't do anything. Alright, we're gonna ink Bucky. If I do the board wipe, I lose Tinkerbell to a Maui. Which I think is largely fine. And pass turn. Uh-oh! Tinkerbell's glitched! Alright, you better play them out and get Tinkerbell off the board. Perfectly predictable. I mean, does it get any easier? Let's see, I can play Chief Bogo here and then shift out Flynn. That's 2 damage to Maui. I want to be careful about what I play though, because my opponent's likely going to go into board wipe territory. Ruby Amethyst. This is why it's not fun to play with, because by the time you like finally are starting to get there, it's board wipe time. And if I just quest, then he doesn't board wipe, he just attacks. There's really nothing I can do here. Every play I make is bad. It's actively bad. Well, since all plays are bad, let's play my favorite. Let's get the beast down. Alright, opponent will ink, they'll play the board wipe, it'll be my turn. Since Maui can't do anything to quest beforehand anyway. Perfectly predictable. I can't ink. Somehow my very low ink count deck is getting just slaughtered by the uninkables. No way to just do ping damage, so the beast is going to be tricky again. Got the Tinkerbell, but that's a 2-turn play. There's a lot of Elsas in my opponent's deck. Yeah, they're running 3 different Elsas. I wouldn't be surprised if the 4th Elsa's in there. It's ping damage that does work with Beast. I was hoping for another whole new world. My opponent's actually in a position where we might be able to get him there. It'd be tricky though with our 3 count. Le fou, le fool. It's a lot of le fools. See, everything quests for 1, so nothing's particularly threatening. Challenger 3, pretty big. Let's see, you would cost 2. There's nothing to attack. I think we definitely want to get Tinkerbell down. One damage to all, untap. I mean, do we defeat the Elsa? It would take Olaf, LeFou to take down Beast. They could still have Maui. Just thinking if I should use this to take down the Elsa and then quest with the Beast. Alright, let's do it. Quest. Take down the Elsa, untap. Now, if they play big Elsa, they're gonna tap my stuff down anyway. And I know they want to do it. Get my points out of them while I can before they just play big Elsa. Tapping down something else, I don't think it's as big of a deal. Oh, I like that. That never crossed my mind. They get 1 attack in, and then he untaps himself. I did not realize that. That should have been super obvious. That is very cool. He's like, ow, 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 stop. You know, opponents doing everything they can to ready their stuff, and then they're still not even using the Shield of Virtue, which is kind of funny. I do want to do damage to the Marshmallow, I think. If only I had way to actually hit them with something. I do not. Marshmallow is the one where if he dies, he returns right when this character is banished in a challenge. Turn this card to your hand. Yeah. So we want to make sure he has some damage on him, and we just hit him with the Ring the Bell. I have nothing I can actively do, huh? Nope. Not a thing. Not while my opponent's very strangely resilient to being... Oh, there goes the Beast. Well, at least Marshmallow will have damage on him now. I will ready him, but he'll be dead. Alright, that's Marshmallow taken care of, but still opponent hasn't left themselves open to an attack, so Jafar's been useless. Tinkerbell was wildly useless. Like my characters who care about attacking. Why am I playing against the one deck? That apparently is like, you know what? We're just not going to be attackable. That's the whole strategy. Alright, now that marshmallow won't be returning. Oh, you can be inked, but I'd rather you not be inked. Pass turn. Alright, I'm expecting a whole lot of Elsa out of my opponent. It's time to find some more of those whole new worlds. What was that? Oh, it doesn't ready. Okay, I'm like, it's already tapped. I've never seen anybody play Anna, including myself, so I wasn't sure. This is a very heavily themed deck. Whenever you play a character named Anna, ready this character, can't quest for the rest of the turn. It's only 3 damage, but I could have Jafar defeat the Elsa with the help of the swords. Could also do 3 damage to something, so I could take something off the board. Probably the 2 quester. Oh boy, this would be a great time to have that beast in play. Alright, let's think about this. What order do I gotta play this in? It's gonna cost 10, so I can't even afford it all unless I sing. And if I sing, I lose my card draw. Alright, we're not gonna sing. Nope. I said we're not gonna sing. Alright, let's defeat the Elsa and draw a card. Oh, this doesn't defeat the Elsa. What am I thinking? For some reason, I read that backwards as a 4-3. Okay. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Now I have to sing it, and then my beast dies. Oh, gross. And if they have another Elsa, we're just in big trouble. Well, let's hope they don't have another big Elsa. Questing all. Oh, we're gonna see a board wipe. I don't think my opponent should board wipe. They're in such a commanding lead here. Really? Gonna trade for the Cinderella. Okay. Oh, big tank. Big tank does a 3rd point of damage, then that's 3 characters, so this can take down the Elsa. Let's do it. Alright, big Elsa down. That's not a trade, which is lovely. Gotta try to get back in this game. Alright, now we should see a board wipe. Okay, Maui takes down Beast. Is Anna gonna trade with Jafar? Do I get a card if they attack in? During your turn? No. No, I do not. Are you gonna ready Maui and take down the Jafar? So expensive. 3 to do it. See, both our characters quest for 2, so it's not a race I'm winning. Opponent's low, but they're not that low. Do I just try to take advantage of this position? Gotta defeat the Ana. Alright. Let's try to see if Beast will allow us to take advantage. And then I have the whole new world just in case. Maui defeats Tink. Fortunately, Maui's not defeated by that. Fortunately, Maui doesn't quest. But an opposing character's damage, so I could attack. That could be a way to untap him. Challenger 3, don't like that. Only quest for 1. Problem is they can quest with it and untap it. So I need a way to deal with it. You know, there are some benches in this deck that could really disrupt this stupid shield. They're in here for a reason. Okay, I mean, I can quest for 5. But I need a way to do damage. Ink. Question is, do I think I pay for it. There's a chance Beast can take me to victory here. Let's see, that's Maui gone. Man, I only got one way to do damage, so that's 5, 6, 7. That only takes me 17. So if I'm gonna use that, I'm gonna want to use it on the biggest quester, which is the Ana. Which means I gotta take out the Ana. But I could just play a character and take out the Ana, right? Okay. I have 6 left. This costs 6. So I'm gonna have to sing one of them, and only one of them's a song. Alright, we quest with this first. Then I will sing with Jafar. Take out the Ana. Untap the Beast. Banish the Maui. Quest. Alright, opponent definitely has the board wipe. Fortunately, they got to spend a majority of their turn doing it. They did attack, which is interesting. This is like a ready control deck. It's very interesting. I also like that it's themed all around Elsa. This is like one. This is definitely a contender for one of the longest games I've ever played. The upside is that Beast can technically still untap. Nope. Beast is gonna die. That Challenger 3. Yeah, I'll go ahead and untap him. Why not? It's fine. Okay, how do I deal with their board now? Oh, I don't. Okay. Dang, so close. What a crazy game. There's literally nothing in my hand I can do. I'd have to deal with the Elsa to survive a turn. And nothing in my hand actively does anything. Alright, well played, opponent. Well played. And for the post-game wrap, somehow, with 12 uninkables, the ink is just an issue. I think, and this bit sucks, but I think a proper way to build a deck is to be at like 8. 8 uninkables is probably the sweet spot maximum you truly want to be at, with some exceptions. Like Fishbone Quill can change that number because you can ink the uninkables. But with exceptions for being able to ink the uninkables, I think the sweet spot might be around 8, honestly, because even at 12, I still had games where that was just an issue. I just kept running into, oh, I have my beast and I want to play him. Or I have the other beast, or Jafar, or Tinkerbell, or Cinderella can shift in a couple of turns. No, it can't. It's the only card I can ink, and if I don't ink it, then I'm not making any progress towards it, and that's what I kept running into. I just kept getting stuck on these cards that, you know, you're looking at them and you're like, that's not what I want to play. Like, these cards have no impact on the board, unlike the other ones, and I'm just stuck with the uninkables in my hand. It was rough. I think there's something... I'm going to do a video. I'm going to break this down, I think, because do a little bit deeper analysis. The uninkables is just... I can't just be unlucky this much, right? Because it happens in almost every single video. Almost every single day, I have multiple games where the ink actively is a negative thing, actively harms me. So there must be something to it. I'm probably just a bad player. Let's just start there. Let's just address the elephant in the room. Bad player here. But after that, there's got to be something, and I'm going to figure it out. We're going to get down to it. The deck's a ton of fun. There's a variation of this deck I want to play. I don't know how soon I'll play because I don't typically run the same colored decks multiple days in a row. And it would be an Emerald Steel deck. But keep an eye out for it. There's a version of this deck that I really, really want to play, and it's coming. But that's going to do it. There's a link in the description down below for the Patreon and for the Discord and the deck list if you want to check it out yourself. That's going to do it. I will see you guys tomorrow.